Does the main article catch your eye immediately on the magazine?
It does, because you've got the text right the way across on the front, at the bottom, but in the centre, so that catches your eye.
Do you feel it looks like a magazine? Does it conform to the usual conventions?
Yeah, it does. You've got the text down either side, the title in the middle. You've even got a barcode there, so that conforms to usual standards.
Do all of the colours work well together, or does it appear too bland?
No, it's not bland. Red's a really good colour to use, I think, but you haven't got too many colours all going on at the same time, which is good. So you've got your kind of reds and greys and whites, and I think it all blends really well.
What was the first thing you noticed on the cover, and why?
I think it's Becky's face. I think she looks quite haunted. The makeup's really good. I like the dark shading under her eyes. Hopefully that is dark shading under her eyes, not just Becky. And she looks quite pale. So I think that draws your attention.
Okay, moving on to the poster. You have a click on that. Can you tell the genre of the poster when you first look at it?
I think it could be covered by social realism, but I think it's a poster that could also be other types of genres as well. The colours are kind of greyed out, which I think it probably would be for social realism. It could even be, I don't know whether it could possibly be an action film as well. I suppose you've got a figure running in it, but I guess that isn't an action figure. I guess that is more social realist. I hadn't actually noticed that until just now. I really like the way you've done the nowhere fast as an underground symbol. I think that works well.
What do you like about it?
What do I like about
Other
it?
than that?
I don't know, I think it's a powerful image. I like the way the colours, the actual photograph would have been manipulated.
Good.
And I like Becky's image in there as well, and she's kind of running in a different direction to the direction that the main underground is going in. So I guess that's about kind of going nowhere as well.
Do all of the colours work together in the poster?
Yeah, they do.
What was the first thing you noticed on the poster, and why?
It's probably the underground symbol. It works really well with the image of the underground as well. You've got the circle kind of just below it, and I think it's a powerful, good image.
Moving on to the trailer.
Okay.
Give that a watch, if you like. Turn it up a bit, actually.
I like the way the cigarette at the beginning kind of foreshadows him, because he smokes. I was a bit worried about traumatising Becky.
She's
with all
okay.
that swearing. That image has now been stabilised of the houses, and I think that works much better, fits in much better. I think Becky and Andy were really good in this.
Good acting?
Yeah, really good acting. I like the way you've stopped the images to put their names on. And I really like the underground going by. I think that is really powerful. Music's brilliant. And I love the way you've changed the action at the same time as the music changes. It's really sad, I think, when you see her standing outside the door. So she tries to get help and go home, and obviously that's not forthcoming. Yeah, no, it's good. It's really
Okay,
good. It's quite moving, I think.
Oh, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I'll get over it.
Does this work as a trailer?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It tells enough of the story, I think, to get you interested, but it also it leaves bits open. You want to know what happens at the end. You want to know why she's running. So it leaves enough of it. Doesn't tell the whole story.
Does it make you want to see the film?
Yeah, definitely.
As an older watcher, viewer?
Beg your pardon? Yes, it does. Yeah, it does, definitely. Yeah, it looks interesting.
What makes you interested to it?
I don't know. It looks like a story that you could get engaged with, and I think it's sad. I think I know through my work of kids that get kicked out of home, and they fall in with the wrong company, and you can see how he's manipulating her at the beginning, and then but trying to do it in a nice way, and then he just starts getting aggressive when she's really kind of sucked in and hooked on drugs, and so I think you'd want to know what happened to her. You'd want to know what the running down the road is at the end, whether she gets out of the situation or not.
Did the trailer sustain your interest throughout?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Is the genre of the film established by the trailer, and what genre do you think it is?
Yeah, I think the social realism does get very well established by the mum kicking the daughter out, by the use of the pictures of the flats, the council flats, the cigarette being stubbed out on the floor. That all kind of adds to it as well, I think. Even the picture of the underground as well. I think that's partly social realist, but it also links into going nowhere fast and travel, and I'm not sure where she's going.
What aspects and shots, messages, etc. do you think are most effective in the trailer?
Like I said, I really like the underground image. I like that from the start throughout your early trailers that was in, and that did stand out for me. I like all the shots with Becky and Andy in, because I think you start to engage with the characters and care about the character of Becky and how she's being manipulated. I like the shot at the end where she's kind of running away in the dark and you don't know what's happening to her. I think that's a really good one to end on.
What image from the film lingers in your mind after viewing the trailer?
It used to be the underground shot, but I think now maybe it's the one of Becky and Andy hugging, because it just kind of epitomises that manipulation where he's trying to make out that he's caring for her and looking after her, and but he clearly doesn't have her best interests at heart.
Looking back at all three, the magazine, the poster and the trailer, do you feel the three products relate to each other through text, colour, etc.?
I think the poster and the trailer link very well. I might have put Becky's figure just maybe in slightly brighter colours, because I'm not
In which one?
In the poster, because as I say, I didn't quite notice it at first, or I wasn't really aware of it. Maybe I thought it was part of a poster on a wall or something like that. But maybe that figure needs to stand out a little more. But yeah, I think that links with the trailer. It's kind of greyed out, and it's got the underground bit, a picture of the underground, which links with the train in the trailer. The magazine, yes, it's got Becky in it. The text of the magazine links with the trailer, because you've got the same type there, but it's different to the text of the poster. So I don't know whether you've got a bit of blue. You've got some blue lines on the magazine front, which links a little bit into the underground symbol. But I don't know. Maybe you could have had that sort of underground logo maybe somewhere on the film magazine cover, perhaps to link it, if you wanted to link all three more closely. But they do link.
Okay. Ready? Would you personally be interested in watching the film after seeing the three products, or do you think it's aimed at a younger audience?
It probably is aimed at a younger audience, but I'm always quite happy seeing things that are aimed at younger audiences. So yeah, I would be interested in it.
Okay. What do you understand about the narrative of the trailer from seeing the trailer and the other two products?
I guess I've said quite a bit about that.
Say what you think
already
happens from the beginning to end. Like, what do you think it's
okay,
about?
Well, she's had some sort of argument or a bad relationship with her mother, who kicks her out. So she's on the street, so she's very vulnerable. She comes across this lad who she thinks is going to look after her, I guess, and maybe have a relationship with, perhaps. And then he gets her hooked on drugs, and who knows, she might start dealing, or he might get her into prostitution, or all of the above. And then once he's sucked her in, he begins to get more aggressive, maybe, if she tries to stand up to him and not want to do what he wants her to do. She tries to go home at some point. I guess there are other bits in the trailer that suggest other aspects to the story. Maybe the flats. Perhaps she meets other people. Don't know. Perhaps I don't know. Perhaps that's about prostitution. Perhaps. And then at the end, you don't quite know what happens, because she's running down the street, so she may be trying to run away from him, perhaps get help, or maybe she's trying to run to him. We don't quite know, so it leaves it open.
And the last question, how effective is the combination of my main product and ancillary texts?
How effective is the combination? I think it's really good. I think they work really well together, all of them. I think you've got some really powerful images in all three of them.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.